Hey there, friends! Welcome back to our RCE Finance Guide channel. It's your favorite finance guide coming at you with a super important video today. In this special episode, we're going to talk about something that affects millions of people worldwide. We're diving headfirst into the world of financial frauds and schemes. We'll be identifying common money laundering techniques and share with you some valuable tips to help you avoid falling victim to these schemes. So sit tight, grab a notepad, and get ready to protect yourself from these sneaky thieves. Chapter 1. Reality Check. Let's start with a reality check. Financial frauds and schemes are everywhere. They come in many shapes and sizes, targeting people from all walks of life. From email scams promising huge rewards to fraudulent investment opportunities, these scammers are crafty, and they know how to lure you in. Although the internet has made our lives so much easier, it has also inevitably opened up new opportunities for scammers to take advantage of unsuspecting individuals. In today's digital age, financial frauds and schemes have become more prevalent than ever before. Individuals are constantly at risk of falling victim to fraudulent activities that can lead to devastating financial consequences. That's why it's essential for everyone in this age to be aware of such scams and learn how to safeguard their financial well-being. Recognizing these scams is the first step you can take to protect yourself from becoming a victim of these money pirates. With that said, let's now talk about some common scams out there. Chapter 2. Identifying common scams. So, there are a number of red flags you can look out for, and although scammers are finding more creative ways for their laundering acts, the most common ones can include phishing emails, lottery and sweepstakes, Ponzi schemes and investment frauds, pyramid schemes, identity theft. Let's get into detail one by one, starting with the most common one, the phishing scam. Phishing is when fraudsters attempt to impersonate legitimate institutions, well-known companies, and organizations to trick you into revealing your personal information by sending you emails asking for details like passwords and bank or credit information. One way to avoid being scammed through phishing is to never click on suspicious links or provide sensitive info via email. Remember that your bank will never ask for your password or social security number via email or phone. Moving on, we have the lottery and sweepstakes fraud. Congratulations, you've won $1 million. Have you ever received a message just like that at least once in your life? If yes, well, you know that you didn't really win anything. Lottery scammers often claim you won a lottery or sweepstakes, even though you never entered any such contest. It's a fraudulent scam that aims to deceive individuals into believing they won a prize draw to trick people into giving away their personal information or give advance fees. Remember, legitimate lotteries or contests won't require you to pay up front. So be wise when you receive a suspicious lottery message. Next is the Ponzi scheme or investment scams. These scams promise quick and high returns on your investments, sometimes too good to be true investment opportunities. But in reality, they are just empty promises. Ponzi schemes lure investors with the false promise of great returns on investments. The returns are supposedly generated from the profits of the investments, but in reality, the returns are being paid using the capital contributed by newer investors rather than from legitimate profits. The whole of the scam model therefore relies on the money of newer investors to pay the older ones. Although being initially productive, Ponzi schemes are inherently unsustainable because they rely on an ever-increasing number of new investors to pay the returns to earlier investors. Once the flow of new money slows down, the scheme unravels, and the fraudster cannot fulfill the promised returns. Eventually, they collapse, and people lose their investments. And then, there are the pyramid schemes. These schemes operate similarly to Ponzi and investment fraud, but instead of investments, scammers are wanting to recruit others to make money. The typical structure of a pyramid scheme looks like a pyramid, with a single person or a small group of individuals at the top who are the initiators or founders of the scheme. They recruit a level of individuals directly beneath them, and each of these recruits is required to recruit more people below them, forming subsequent levels of the pyramid. Participants are usually required to pay a fee or purchase a starter kit to join the scheme. The new recruits then try to recruit others, and these new recruits further recruit more individuals into the scheme. Each level grows exponentially, with the promise that participants will receive commissions or profits based on the recruitment efforts of the people they bring into the scheme. The cycle continues until it collapses, leaving participants at the bottom with a loss. Beware of participating in pyramid schemes can lead to financial ruin and even legal trouble, as they are actually illegal in many countries. And lastly, we have the dreaded and dangerous identity theft. Identity theft is a type of crime where an individual's personal and sensitive information is stolen by someone with the intent to impersonate the victim or commit fraud. It typically involves the theft of various personal details, such as 1. Social security number, 2. Date of birth, 3. Full name, 4. Address, 5. Phone number, 6. Financial account numbers, bank accounts, credit cards, etc. 7. Driver's license or passport details. 8. Online account credentials, email, social media, etc. Once the information has been stolen, the thief will use it to gain unauthorized access to financial accounts, make purchases, apply for credit cards or loans, and engage in other fraudulent activities. Chapter 3. How to protect yourself. All right, now that we know what to look out for, the question we should be asking next is, how can we protect ourselves from falling victim to these scams? We're just about to head on to that. Here are some essential tips. 1. First and foremost, educate yourself. Education is key, and unless you stay informed about the latest scams and fraud tactics, you'll end up becoming an easy target for these predators on the internet. Knowledge is your best defense against these sneaky scammers. So, stay up to date by getting on with the latest news and following trusted sources, like financial websites or government agencies. 2. Use strong passwords and enable two-factor authentication. Protect your online accounts by using unique, strong passwords and enabling two-factor authentication whenever possible, as this extra layer of security will make it more difficult for scammers to break into your accounts. Make sure your passwords are unique, complex, and regularly updated. And avoid using obvious or predictive combinations like your birth date or sequential numbers. 3. Be skeptical of unsolicited communication. Whether it's a phone call, email, or a knock on your door, be skeptical of unsolicited communications. Don't readily provide personal information or financial details, especially if you haven't initiated the contact. Stay vigilant. Always be cautious and skeptical, especially online. You'll never know who you can trust with your money. 4. Following the previous advice, you would also have to protect your personal information. Be cautious about sharing sensitive details on social media or with strangers, and personal information on public Wi-Fi networks. If necessary, you could also shred any financial documents before discarding them and regularly review your bank and credit card statements for any suspicious activity. 5. Delay trust. Verify first. Make sure the website you're visiting is secure by checking for the padlock icon in the browser's address bar. Before investing your money or sharing personal information, take the time to verify the legitimacy of the company or organization. Check if they are registered, read reviews, and seek advice from professionals. And with regards to the previously discussed phishing and lottery scams, you should always double-check the email sender's address to ensure it's from a legitimate source. 6. Trust your instinct. Subconsciously, your instinct knows when something isn't right about a situation. For instance, if something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Scammers are hoping to exploit your emotions and rush you into their traps. Take a step back, do your research, and always err on the side of caution. Don't be too gullible with hefty promises. A great sum of money isn't earned without good reason, even if it was easy money. Chapter 4. Reporting and seeking help. Okay, so what if the unfortunate thing happens and you fell victim to a financial fraud too late before you realized it? Here's what you should do. 1. Report it. Contact your local law enforcement agency or the appropriate authorities immediately and provide all the necessary details. By reporting these scams, you are not only protecting yourself, but also helping to keep others safe as it increases the chances of catching the fraudsters. 2. Seek assistance. Reach out to your bank, credit card provider, or any relevant financial institution to report the fraud and seek their guidance to mitigate any further damage. All right, folks, that about wraps it up for today's eye-opening video. We hope you found this information helpful and are now better equipped to protect yourselves from financial frauds and schemes. Remember, financial frauds and schemes are real, but by staying informed and implementing simple precautions, you can protect yourself from falling into the hands of scammers. Report any suspicious or malicious activity from questionable accounts, and together, we can create a safer online environment. If you found this video helpful, give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends and family to keep them protected too. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, RCE Finance Guide, and hit that bell icon to get notified whenever we release new videos on finance-related topics. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe, stay vigilant, and keep your money where it belongs, which is in your pocket.